Hey guys, it's Jen. Happy Wednesday. Also, for those of you that have been following along, you know it's the third color of the rainbow today, so happy yellow day. Don't judge the quality of my activities today by the shirt I'm wearing because the other option was a stinky hockey jersey, so that did seem like the better option. Plus, as soon as I said, well, Craig knew it was yellow day today, in his opinion, that's naturally the Boston Bruins day, so I'm scoring points with him as well too. So anyways, continuing on with rainbows, I think the girls are having fun, but might have to rethink this whole weekly theme idea because 5 days does seem like maybe a lot to keep their attention. So I might just do like little chunked days of a few days of what they might like. When I originally started teaching, that's how the kindergarten program was sort of laid out. Would be the teacher would just arbitrarily decide ahead of time that this week is going to be teddy bear week, and we'll have a teddy bear picnic, and this week is going to be zoo week, and we're going to do this, and this week is going to be bird week, and we're going to do this. And then play-based learning kind of came in, and it was more student-led, and you kind of decide what the students want to learn, and you kind of go with that. So might have to do a little more of that and just be a little more flexible because I want to maintain the girls' interest, but also their ideas and activities are just changing by the hour actually. But they are still interested in rainbows this week, and they did have a lot of fun with the activities that we did this morning. So I look forward to sharing those with you. All right, so a book that we read last night is called Look for the Rainbow, and it's just a really cute short book, just kind of talking about it's just a message kind of encouragement when you're going through life's storms, and it kind of seemed fitting even for right now, being in the pandemic and being self-isolating at home, but also the fact that we are also studying rainbows. So the girl's favorite page is this page, and then it says, so next time you feel gloomy on a cloudy, rainy day, remember to look for the rainbow, for cheer will come your way. So I think that's also just another great way of explaining just sort of the magic of rainbows to kids, because it comes after the rain and then it's this beautiful thing that just appears in the sky. So anyways, the girls love this book. I love this cute little book. I'm not sure if it's online, but it's a really cute book. So the other book this morning that Maya wanted to start getting into more unicorn stuff today. So we just read Uni the Unicorn. You can just look that up on YouTube. Really cute little story. So I'm just gonna get right into some of the crafts that we did this morning. I'm trying to speed up a little bit what I'm doing, just to kind of keep interest, because as we all know, I can be very chatty. So anyways, this morning all I did was I didn't have a stencil for a unicorn, and I tried to freehand it, and it looked like it had like a protruded neck and a giant thing, and it did not work. So I just typed in unicorn head outline, Googled it, printed it on a thicker type paper. This was the tracer one that I used to trace it on to not construction paper, cardboard for the girls, random cardboard that I found in a recycling. But this was one of the finished products. So you can see that we're at various levels. We added rainbow here this morning. The girls, this one is coming out. The girls were excited to do this. So we haven't quite finished. We're at various levels of completion right now. That one lost its googly eye somewhere. So you can see we're going to add some rainbow hair. We're going to add some eyes, and the girls were just excited to continue to want to do that. So once we got paints out, it just turned into like a free-for-all of craft time this morning. So we did so many crafts this morning. I'll show you what else we did in a second. But I was going to tell you, I wanted unicorn colors, let me back up. I wanted rainbow colors for the unicorn hair. So when I had looked, all I could find was either buying them all separately, or I found this really cool huge thing of yarn that was rainbow yarn, which I loved, but it made a little less sense when I got home. It looked all beautiful in the package, which I'm going to try to recreate very quickly for you. It was all scrunched together, and it all looked very rainbowy, and it looked beautiful. But then there was like 20 feet of every color. So what I had to do was I just essentially took it apart for us to actually access all the colors. I guess that is what I expected, and it looked beautiful, but it wasn't very practical when you wanted to access all the colors. So I did have to take them all apart. So that is how I got all those rainbow colors, just from one giant thing of yarn that was rainbow colors. So that was a lot of fun. The girls enjoyed that. Then we also got out... the girls wanted to make Mother's Day cards, so we got out some card making stuff when we were in craft mode, and we made different cards using primary colors. Now these are also kind of like Astro Bright is what it says on the package, colors, so sort of like extra fun neon rainbow colors. So if my mom is watching this, Mom, you just might be getting a card just like this for Mother's Day. So the girls had fun with that. So don't forget about your wife on Mother's Day, or your mom. The other thing that we have yet to do today, but the girls are really looking forward to it because it involves more treats, is some graphing today. So you're going to grab something edible. In our case, we're going to use Smarties because they have all the colors and they're delicious and we love them. But it was much harder because I can't really stand up right now to use the camera to line them out for you. I quickly I just glued some Fruit Loops on just to show you what we're going to do. So you're going to start by giving your little one maybe a little scoop, maybe approximately 20 Fruit Loops or Smarties, or usually in our house, how much you love someone is judged by how much of a treat you give them. So if you want your kids to feel like you super love them, then give them a lot. And if you only give them a little bit, then there's a good chance that they're not going to like you. In fact, this morning that happened. And I was also uninvited to both their birthday parties. And then when that was ineffective for giving them more treats, my birthday was canceled. So this year, come August, when my birthday would usually be, feel free to send me a shout out, but there will be no fun on my birthday this year because I did not give the girls more treats and it was canceled. So gonna try to earn that one back, but we'll see how that goes. Anyways, so I just took Fruit Loops and glued them on just to kind of show you what I mean. And you're gonna do the same thing with Smarties or Fruit Loops or whatever other colorful things you have. As I said, we wanted to do something edible and I promised the girls that. So all they're gonna do is basically be lining them up into like bar graphs. So the reason we kind of do it like this is it's from the strand of math called data management. So you're just kind of managing the data. And so you can try putting the Smarties down first and ask them how they would organize them. And naturally, I suspect most children would organize them by color because really there's not another attribute to organize them by. They're all the same shape. They're all the same texture, so it makes most sense to organize it by color. So then, once they've organized them by color, you could ask them to line them up in a row, similar to how I did here with the Smarties. And if they want, they can put them from, I just started randomly with orange arbitrarily, but you could also have them put, the one that has the most amount, so purple, all the way down to these two are tied for the same amount. So you can have your child organize it however you want. Now I did add the axes here in case your child, you wanted to extend, some children are naturally curious how to keep going with this. So some children, like Callie, for example, first of all, some children may not even have the delayed gratification to hold off eating the treat or whatever, and they're just going to want to start eating them right away. So that might be the case for you today. You might want to give them a few to snack with first before you start graphing, because inevitably all they're going to want to do is snack the whole time if you don't give them a few to start. So But I will have Callie kind of line them up, and that'll just start some good conversation with them. So you can talk about, the same amount. So these two are equal, they're tied, the two colors, pink and green. You can talk about the one in the middle, what's the minimum, what's the most amount, what's the least amount, more, less. So there's lots of different conversations that can come from this. But you can also just show them once they're counting that these are counting lines, so you can measure like how many each has, and then at the bottom is where you'd put the color. So obviously your child, this is absolutely something that we would do in kindergarten, obviously probably not with the axes, but it's also just a great way to introduce them to it and expose them to it, because even in grade 1 they're going to be expected to label a graph with a title and labeling the, I call them axes, but labeling like color of Smarties or color of Fruit Loops or whatever, and number right here. So there is going to be some expectation that they are numbering as of grade 1. So you know where your child is, so just have them kind of organize this information accordingly. So whatever works for you. All right, I think that's it for today. Have fun coloring, have fun painting, whatever you guys decide to do today. Just do some exploration. Tomorrow we're going to be doing some experiments with secondary colors and making secondary colors from primary colors. So we have food dye and we have a few different activities, and they're also going to use paint to try that. You don't necessarily need food dye if you have paint, but Yeah. So, assuming I haven't lost any Bruins haters by now, and truthfully, I'm a fair weather fan anyways. I will cheer for whoever I'm in the room with and they're cheering with at the same time. Like, it doesn't matter to me. Obviously, I like hockey. If I didn't like hockey, I wouldn't have been playing hockey and broken my ankle. So I like hockey, but as much as I get told the stats and stuff by Craig all the time for the Bruins, I will cheer for whoever I'm with and whoever they're cheering for. So, anyways, hope you guys have an awesome day. Look forward to reconnecting tomorrow and keep sending me pics of any activities that you guys do together. Yep, talk to you later. Bye.